What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. First of all, let's get this over with. Yeah, I shaved off my beard. Now, instead of 45, I kinda look my usual age. Welcome to my Enchanting deep dive. We're gonna go over pretty much what items you should craft, what items you should keep up on the auction house, what items sell good, what items are usually profitable, because, well, it may differ from server to server. And we're also gonna go over what I think is a good seller and on what type of character you should keep enchanting on. So let's jump into it straight away. So first of all, Kultiran enchanting, or if you're Horde, you'll have Zandalar enchanting. So first of all, like Kultiran, mining, herbalism, skinning aren't that great sellers. They aren't that profitable, but they are still selling and they still get profit. I want to you guys to keep in note that everything I say here today will be server dependent and from individual to individual. I've tried a couple of things and this is my experience. I'll be also going over I think you should have enchanting on. So yeah, let's continue onwards. The Accords are, well, they are pretty decent sellers, obviously. Still good sellers because people want to enchant new rings that they get. If they're profitable on your server, make sure to keep them posted, a bunch of them, because on reset days, which is today, this is a Wednesday when I record this, they are actually going for a ton because there are a lot of people getting new gear that want to enchant their new gear. Moving onwards, the seals can be really profitable on your server, and what I mean by really profitable is because the seals don't actually have a level restriction, which means that you can use them whilst leveling and they keep scaling up to 120. So yeah, I would definitely recommend keeping those up on the auction house as well. Moving onwards, we got the weapon enchants. My server isn't great for enchanting because there's someone who constantly pushes down the price. This might be different on your server though. Anyway, with the weapon enchant, I would keep most of these posted up on the auction house for even the old ones. Like for example, the versatile navigation, I think it's still best in slot for like demon hunters or something. I could be mistaken about that. But the force multiplier, mechanist brilliance, like both of them are still going pretty good. Daily navigation still. Naga hide is usually used for tanks, so you won't be selling a lot of them. And most likely this is going to be the one that is like way down low. I'm still selling Gale for striking and siphoning, so those are also selling. Let's move onwards. For the uncanny gear, the one that enchanting got in patch 8.3, I suppose, yeah, 8.3. I wouldn't actually recommend you making a lot of them and putting up on the auction house because, well, we can look on the sale rate 0.04 instead of like force multiplier, which is 0.27. If you got trade skill master, I would definitely recommend you checking up these numbers because they indicate how often they sell. If you don't have trade skill master, I definitely recommend you download it because it's an awesome add-on. But yeah, the uncanny gear is not great. That's just how it is. Scepter isn't that great. So yeah, we'll be moving onwards. We got a pet in BFA, the enchanted Tiki mask. I think this one will increase in price over time because like the materials will be scarcer and scarcer and people who don't have it will most likely buy it. But it is with all pets, they aren't selling that much. Lightstep hoof plates, however, is the best in slot one for leveling, so I would definitely recommend you to keep them up on the auction house because it increases ground mount movement speed by 20%. What that means is that if you're leveling and you have a 60% ground mount, it'll actually increase to 80 and 100 to 120. This is hands down the best in slot one for leveling and alt and new characters. So let's move onwards to Legion. I wouldn't bother, to be honest, with neither the ring enchants nor the cloak enchants. They sell occasionally, but not as often as I'd like. However, with the neck enchants, I would definitely recommend keeping these posted, and especially Mark of the Claw and Mark of the Hidden Stature. Mark of the Hidden Stature is the best in slot one for leveling. Boon of the Scavenger could be profitable on your server, could not be. That is something you have to check out. Won't selling a ton of them. Most likely it is multi-boxers that will buy these, but hey, It is profit for you, so why not? However, what I would recommend is actually, like, in Legion, we got 3 pets with Enchanting: the Cauldron, the Pen, and the Torch. I would keep one of these posted up on the auction house at all times. You aren't gonna sell a ton of them, and that's just facts. Pets aren't that high in demand pretty much ever. Often aren't that many up who is in this market with the enchanting pets, but when they do sell, it'll be a nice boost. Let's check out Draenor. So we got our first Tome of Illusion here with Draenor. I would definitely recommend keeping these up on the auction house. As you can see from my crafting queue, I actually need to make some more. With the natural progression of a patch or a expansion as it is of now, most people are pretty much just waiting for Shadowlands to drop, and Tome of Illusions are pretty much like transmog for your weapons. So as a patch progresses, like mounts, pets, and transmog will sell more and more because people want more vanity items, and consumables will sell less and less. Most of you who are in either cooking, enchanting, or alchemy has already probably like seen the effects of this, like prices most likely plummeting. These ones, the weapon enchants, you can craft them if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it. Like Mark of the Shattered Hand is the one that is most profitable, or like the highest sell rate. Feel free to investigate on your own. Cloak enchants, pretty good. I would definitely recommend like Gift of Critical Haste, Gift of Critical Strike, and Gift of Versatility. The reason for that I recommend those is they scale up to 110. What they also do is that they give a 2% extra movement speed, and that is actually quite a lot. Like if you're running 10 minutes, that is actually... I would definitely recommend Gift of Critical Strike and Gift of Versatility to keep these two posted up on the auction house at all time. As you can see, these two has sold for me really well, and also you can see by the sale rate that these are the ones going highest. If you want, you can craft the other one as well, that is up to you. Ring enchants, however, I'm skipping over the neck enchants because it's pretty much the Gift of Versatility. That's the one that I would bother with. None of the others is something I would bother with. Maybe Breath of Versatility, I don't know. Server dependent as always. However, with the ring enchants, I would craft all of these and keep them up on the auction house at all times because they are good sellers. On most servers, temporal crystal that they require a lot of temporal crystal, are usually pretty cheap. Like as you can see on my server, temporal crystal are 18 gold and 62 silver. Otherwise you can farm for mounts in like Hellfire Citadel and hope for a drop with your enchanter, and you can disenchant the gear. Also they have some pretty cool sets. Let's move on. So we got two new Tomes of Illusions. So we got the Pandaria one first. Keep that up on the auction house if it's profitable. And Tome of Illusion, Secrets of the Shadowpan. So this one is not as commonly known. However, you do need to get revered with the Shadowpan faction in Mist of Pandaria in order to be able to purchase this recipe, in order to learn it. So I would definitely recommend you making sure that you have that one. Most people aren't willing to put in the work to learn this recipe. That means you have an edge over those other people. Let's move onwards. For the armor enchants, I would recommend Pandaren Step. This is a pair of boots, and it increases speed and mastery. So this one is a pretty legit seller. However, the one most importance is Enchant Chest Glorious Stat. This one is really cheap to make. You can see my crafting cost is 6 gold and 48 silver, and my profits are 234 gold. Percentage wise, that is awesome. So yeah, and these are selling really, really good. So same deal here. Make sure to keep these up on the auction house. Mighty Versatility is something you might want to take a look on. That is up to you, however. And for weapons, Elemental Force. This is hands down the best old school enchant there is. Keep this one up on the auction house. If you can, try to control the market. There are great profits find here. I've also sold a couple of Jade Spirit, so that is something you might want to take into consideration as well. I sold a couple of River Song and Dancing Steel. I won't be crafting anymore. I'm posting more up on the auction house since they aren't selling as good as I would like. Shield and Offhand Graded Parry is, or actually both of these, Greater Parry and Major Intellect, I would actually keep both of these posted up on the auction house. Alright, so we have gotten to Cataclysm. Tome of Illusion Cataclysm is pretty much one easy. All of the like expansion named tomes, you can just go to your class trainer and learn them. However, with the Elemental Lords, pretty much the same deal here with the Shadow Path, is that you need reputation with the Elemental Lords in order to learn this recipe. Make sure to have that one. Not a lot of people are doing it, and as you can see, the region sale average is kind of high on this one in comparison to the Cataclysm one. It's because Cataclysm is way easier to get your hands on. For the armor enchants, I wouldn't actually bother with anyone really. Maybe Peerless Stats, maybe. Like, it's profits. It's profits. Everything I say on this video, I really want you to know that you really need to test this out for yourself, because every server is pretty much its own market, and you need to figure out your market in order to advance and make some gold off it. I wouldn't bother with any of the Cataclysm weapon enchants. However, the Magic Lamp is a pet, not a great seller, so yeah, that's up to you. Moving onwards to Northrend, Tome of Illusion Northrend. Same deal here. Keep this one posted. Other than that, Tuskar's Vitality is okay. Not great, not shitty. It's okay. Otherwise, I don't think there is anything out of note really in Northrend, so there is that. Alright, so let's go to Outlands. Outland has some really good pieces to them, actually. Tome of Illusions Outland is same deal as all the previous ones. It is pretty decent, as you can see on my server. It is selling for very high. I think I sold the one the other day. For the boots enchants, I wouldn't bother with them at all, to be honest. Most of these I wouldn't bother with whatsoever. With most of these enchants, it's not worth it. If you are playing on a high pop server, it could be worth it though. Also, as I said, something that you have to take in consideration, make your own choice. However, the Mongoose one, is one that I would keep posted up on the auction house. This one is a good seller. It sells for quite a lot usually. Keep that one posted. And we have come down to vanilla or classic. I don't know what it's called anymore. So we got Tome of Illusion Azeroth, which I would definitely recommend keeping posted for reason as previously stated. Enchanted Leather is something you can do on your server depending on the price of them and the sale rate and how many are interested. Enchanted Thorium Bar, same deal there. It is usually a pretty legit flip unless you're playing on my server. The Minor Speed one is a pretty okay one. It's not great, but it does give you 8% movement speed. However, it does not stack with other passive movement speed bonuses, so that is something that you have to take into consideration. 8% though, flat out, is pretty much, it's pretty cheap to make, and yeah, I would keep those posted. Moving downwards, we have the chest enchants, and it isn't really anything that I would bother with here. However, with the weapon enchant, there are quite a few that I keep posted. Fiery Weapon, for an example, is one that I keep posted. Same deal with Greater Impact is another one I keep posted. And I don't actually have Crusader. Otherwise, I would keep that one posted as well. So, yeah, that is actually pretty much my enchanting deep dive, what I use, what I craft, and what I would recommend you to check up on your server, how it's doing. As I stated previously, using TSM helps out quite a lot. I would recommend keeping Enchanting on your main, and the reason for that being is that for an example, with Legion content, you need reputation to gain rank 2s and 3s, and the same deal goes with BFA. And most likely, if you have played that character on a really long time, like Elemental Lords for an example, or the Shadow Pan, you might already have the reputation needed to buy those. So I definitely recommend, as I said, keeping Enchanting on your main character. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like that is about to change in Shadowlands. So easy way to get rank 3s just to keep them on your main character pretty much, instead of an ult that you don't play that much. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, it helps out quite a lot, and tell me how's Enchanting doing on your realm, because I'm interested to know. Current content Enchanting on my realm is not great at all. For those of you who are interested and want to talk to me about goal making, I stream on Twitch as well. We have a pretty dope community there. I will leave a link to it in the description down below. Otherwise, everyone have a great time, and I will see you around. Bye.